Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel. We've got a very special boat for you today, and here she is. It is the Sunseeker Predator 65 in all its glory. Now just going to have a little walk along the side here because we're on the pontoon. Give you a sort of, well, try and give you a sense of scale on this thing. It's was it 21.21 meters long? It's a big boat. I'm gonna run out of pontoon before I run out of boat. It's a handsome looking beast. We'll try and get some additional shots in, nice wide shots for you later on, but I think what strikes you when you're looking up is just the glazing on this boat. We'll see that obviously from the inside, but very open glazed saloon on this boat, which gives it an amazing feeling. But the Predator is all about rakish good looks and performance, and this boat delivers it in spades. It's the first time I've actually had a chance to get on one. It's only the second hull, I think, out of the factory, and it's the first time that it's been shown down here at Southampton. So we've come down super early. The show isn't open yet to the public, so all the boats are being leathered and chamoised and getting ready for guests. And just while we're here, this is the Predator 65. We're right next to the 65 Sport Yacht, which is effectively the same hull, same layout inside, but you have this upper helm position, so like a mini sport flybridge area. So that's the main difference between these two. What I will do is I'll show you the garage area, because on this 65 Sport Yacht it's the same garage area as the Predator, and it's open, so it gives us a good chance to have a quick look here. So it's a huge space, huge garage. You can see here this has got a Williams Turbojet 325 in there, and there's still space around the side here for your paddle boards and other bits and pieces and all the toys that go with it. And with this high-low platform arrangement as well, you can have your Williams jet tender in there, and you can have your jet ski out here. Look at the size of those struts on there, absolutely enormous. And then we've got all our LED lighting and so forth underneath here, of course. One thing that you'll probably notice is these amazing steps, these sort of curved steps. So let's go over to our Predator now, because it's the same setup. These use a synthetic material, so they look like teak. They do give some benefits in terms of durability, but I think one of the main ones is that you can create these amazing shapes, and it really does look quite extraordinary. I like as well this sort of C design here, which sort of goes in and flows into the step design. It's a very pretty boat. Now just talk about power on this one. This has got the Volvo IPS 1350s. That's 1,000 horsepower aside. I'm going to show you where engine access is. I'll do it now because there's a couple of options later on I want to talk to you about. Right, okay, so down here we've got our engine compartment. Now it is, I've got to say, fairly tight for a big man. But then I probably wouldn't be the person doing the maintenance on this boat. And there's a few bits down here that you wouldn't normally have to contend with, like some of these plastic boxes full of boat show gear. This boat rather's got the stabiliser system, the gyro system, so that's in there as well. But these 1,000 horsepower give this boat pretty sparkling performance, well over 30 knots. And if you've never done 30 knots on a boat this size, I can tell you it's extremely exhilarating. Okay, let's push that one back there and let's get into the cockpit area. So we're going to go up on the starboard side because this boat's got a slightly different configuration on the cockpit, which explains why we're taking that staircase. So the standard configuration is to have, if you like, bench seating here, and then what you can do is you can go up through the side and up through your port side. This boat's got what Sunseeker have said is a kind of popular option, which is this sort of extended C-shaped seating. It does mean to access the port side you've got to go down onto the bathing platform, go around, but it does give you more space, so you can see why a customer would specify that. Big teak table here. This one's folded at the moment. Good opportunity to see how thick these tops are and how beautiful these hinges are. So that will fold right out, and you can put a couple of directors' chairs here and create a dining area for, I guess, about 8 people. Just up here, right into the sunshine. I'll pan around here a little bit so it's not dazzling. We've got our hard top, and we've got the blind that will extend out the back there as well. And of course, being a sports cruiser, what have you got to have? You've got to have an enormous sun pad and enjoy the view back out onto the sea. Now there's a couple of other little options that are worth pointing out while we're here. So this panel is a glass panel that rises up and divides, if you like, the saloon from the cockpit, or the galley from the cockpit. So this area can become a kind of a bar area, in which case you might not want to have this seating, and you would have a couple of bar stools there. So this becomes that kind of, so that's an option. You could have that as well. You could also have kind of a wet bar area built in. There's a number of options. That's one of the things about Sunseeker. They will work with their customers to configure it just as they wish. Just pan around here to the starboard side. So again, this is available in a couple of options. This particular one is configured that this is actually your access to your crew cabin. So that one lifts up, this one comes out, and then we've got a staircase down. Now I can tell immediately that this is going to strobe badly. That's all to do with LEDs and cameras not liking the fact that they're not like a standard sort of filament bulb. If I keep the camera still, sometimes that's it. It kind of begins to cope with it. So we've got a crew cabin down here. Not a bad size actually. Good headroom. Just down here we've got our loo. And then we'll pan around here. And we've got our bathroom area. Head storage. Laundry as well down here. So although a lot of these boats are owner operated, I can imagine a scenario where maybe you'd want to have a captain. Maybe you're cruising for a prolonged period of time, or you're going to be leaving the boat and going ashore. That's not a bad accommodation area for crew, I think. So that's how this one's set up. Now if you don't have your crew cabin, you don't have access through that, then you can do a number of things with this. You can put a griddle in here, you can put extra refrigeration in here, and then what you can have is you can still have access. You can have an extra lifting panel here, and effectively go through to that massive area which becomes a storage area. So that becomes, if you like, a lazarette. So again, some options, but I think this actually works really, really well. While we're here, let me just point out as well, this is an option, but we've got our IPS joystick, we've got our second helming position effectively, and under here we've got our bow thruster. No need for a stern thruster. I've been told actually by Sunseeker that because of the configuration of the bathing platform, it's not possible anyway, but you don't need that because you've got your IPS system there. And of course from this position, visibility and so forth is absolutely excellent. You'll notice also there's a side gate here, so easy for getting on and off, and then all our controls here for garage opening, platform, etc, etc. Okay, let's move our way up the side here. Really wide, safe walkways on both sides, and then up here to the bow area, which is a splendid sociable space. So you can see the boat's wet this morning. I had a bit of rain last night. It'll all be chamoised off, leathered off and dried out when the show opens. But it's a lovely area. You can see there you've got these tilting backrests for the sun pads to face forward. We can drop those down and you can use this as another sociable space. Anchor locker and so forth controls there, nice big anchor, and there's your view back. And actually it's a good place to kind of see that difference. So the Predator, that kind of coupe design, and then the sport yacht, you've got that extra helm position with the bimini up the top there. I think that still looks a handsome boat, but there's something about the Predator name and heritage and lines that kind of make it even more special. You can see how wet it is from my footprints. Okay, so we're going to make our way back down to the cockpit. I'm going to do a quick change of footwear to make sure that I don't take anything wet inside, and be with you in a moment. Okay, so I'm sans footwear now. Not going to take any outside in. So step inside the saloon area now. You can see completely flat, right the way through, no step up, no step down. You've got these enormous, beautiful triple doors that slide back out the way and obviously give you masses and masses of good access. So into the galley area, what have we got? We've got a 4-burner Miele hob, all Miele appliances down here, plenty of storage space. This is rather lovely work surface. We've got a dishwasher. Oh, hang on, that's it, they're all different. Storage with bin. And actually what Sunseeker have done on this particular boat is they've widened this countertop very slightly. On the original boat it's just slightly narrower. I think this makes it a little bit more practical and doesn't really eat into any of the space here. This is still very, very wide for getting in and out. And you can see what a lovely view out through this glazing I spoke about earlier. Massive, massive windows. Lovely place to be. I'll lift that up with one hand. It's the heaviest worktop I've come across at the show. And then round here we've got our refrigeration. So great big domestic size fridge there. Underneath we've got a big freezer compartment, and all this stuff looks, if you like, professional, kind of professional catering kitchen quality. And then we've got a big wine cooler over here on the left hand side. Still got a bit of surface space up here. Apparently again this is now going to be the standard sort of setup moving forward. It was that counter ran all the way across, but that ate into your refrigeration space, so I think this works really well. And because that door is slid back, it's not really obscuring any kind of visibility. So moving forward into our saloon, sort of proper, if you like. Behind here, or under here, is a big flat screen TV. I think 55-inch, I was told. That's an option. The standard one comes on an arm, but I think that works again really well, because then when it's out of use, it's not deployed, you've got no compromise in terms of your view out from the saloon. Pan around here to a port side. Lovely seating area, lovely fabrics, nice colour palette on this particular boat. I know it's all down to taste and choice, but this is it's a very, very tasteful and relaxing kind of environment. We've got here our high-low table, so that's on a electrically operated plinth. Oh, and let's just open that one up. Enormous table extending out to make that into a lovely, lovely dining area. Other thing worth pointing out is this amazing sunroof. Amazing, because everything that you can see here is open weave carbon fibre. Absolutely gorgeous, and it goes all the way back here, which is kind of halfway through the saloon. That's electrically deployable, so that one will slide back and open this whole area. Pretty impressive. Now if you're in a hot environment, you may want to shade that, so there are blinds as well that you can pull out and shade that area. Over to the helm. Very, very special place here. A couple of beautiful helm seats. Got these massive Garmin screens. Are they 16s? I think they're an upgrade anyway, but very, very large. And these are cool down here. This is very much, it feels to me very much like a sports car in terms of the way that you can kind of scroll through and change displays like you can on a sports car. So you can how cool is that? Change what you like. Lovely, lovely. Bow thruster, throttles, of course our IPS system, and then you can see here on the wheel as well, you've got some additional functionality. Again, very much like a high-end sports car or luxury car, so you can keep your eyes, if you like, on the business and do all these bits and pieces from here. This one's got also, I think that's an iPad mini docking port there. It's gorgeous, isn't it? One of the other features on this boat that is really kind of noteworthy is the audio system. It's all zoned. You can see speakers all over the place around the cabins and the saloon, also in the bow area and the cockpit, so you can adjust these to your personal taste and stream your music wherever you're sat. Okay, let's go down below, down this lovely staircase. No compromise in terms of width and space. Really does feel like a staircase at home. We'll go straight forward into our VIP cabin. So centre line double. Again, I can see already on the camera some of the lights are going to be flashing. That's the LEDs. They're not really flashing in real life. They're only flashing on the screen and on your screen. So kind of apologies for that. There's nothing we can do about it. The camera's working really hard. Okay, so we've got a big flat screen TV over here. You can see there lots of open storage down the sides, and then round here on the port side we've got a big opening locker, all illuminated for all the essentials. And then down here we've got a nice little sort of makeup area, put your watches and jewellery and bits and pieces, and nice big it's actually a little bit confusing. I can see on the camera that there are so many mirrors, everything's kind of bouncing around. It works really, really well when you're here, but it might be a little bit confusing on the eye when you're looking at it that way. Swing round, and just here is our VIP ensuite. So big rainfall shower up there, and then you've also got your hand unit down there. Proper vacuum flush, I think, toilets, and then you've got this lovely porcelain sink. And this whole area, so this whole ensuite area and the VIP is all in behind a door, so you can see that ordinarily this one would be closed and that entire area is kind of shut off. Obviously for the boat show that's open. Just classic Sunseeker, all these little details give the boat a lovely, lovely feel. Okay, so on our starboard side we've got our twin, so we'll just step in here. Sunseeker told me that you can get an infill cushion there as well, so you can make this into a sort of massive king size double. Really like the use of this kind of discreet LED lighting as well along here, also along the edges by the bed, and then you've got this opening porthole in the glazed area, blinds of course, and again up here can you see your audio system, your speakers, not one but two. And then again a nice big hanging locker here, all illuminated and gorgeous. Very nice place to be. And if we swing around, we'll shut the door. Again, we're now in our own, if you like, private suite, because this twin also has its own ensuite, which is quite unusual. This is not your day heads. This is not shared with anyone else. So this has its own private bathroom. In fact, there's 4 bathrooms on this boat. So again, good size, proper glazing there, so it's not a wet room. You can contain your shower, as it were, or your water. And then we've got our rainfall shower head, and then our handheld shower down there as well. And again, gorgeous detailing on the doors. Okay, so two bedrooms, 2 en suites, and then our day head is across the corridor here. So day head, you don't need a shower in here. You could use one of the bathrooms for that, but you have got your toilet and you have got your sink. So I think that works really, really well. Very, very accessible. You can imagine guests on board, down the staircase, first on your left, and that's where your day heads is. And you can see here as well, this sort of atrium design, this open atrium here. So this whole kind of lobby area feels really, really light. It also feels very much part of the boat, feels very kind of sociable. I know that might sound odd, but sometimes when you kind of go down below, you kind of disappear. Whereas here, the bedrooms and the bathrooms and that feel, you know, all one kind of natural flowing space. Right, and now we will move into our owner's suite. I'll call it a suite because you've got this kind of lobby area here. Now this again can be configured, so Sunseeker can do a number of things. There is actually the option to make a fourth cabin on this boat. When I say fourth cabin, I'm not talking about the crew cabin, I'm talking about 4, if you like, guest cabins. But this is what Sunseeker are suggesting, and certainly what customer reaction's been, is the most popular setup. So you've got a little seating area there. It could be an office, it could be a makeup area, but it just gives you this sort of sense that you've got plenty of space and you're not squashed in any way at all. Again, you've got some glazing, you've got some natural light and air, and this rather nice sort of almost a display cabinet. Oh, let's open her up. A little bit of storage down there, and again you've got storage drawers down here. So if you were using this as kind of an office space, you could put your laptop away and your bits and pieces when you're not using it. Just pan around here. So you've got this big space here. Now this can take another washing machine, it can take more refrigeration, it could take wine storage, whatever you want. At the moment this is just, if you like, a big storage space, but it could be anything you like. Shut that one up. Also, I love all these finishes, all these wall coverings. They feel very practical because I can imagine quite easy to keep clean, but they look luxurious and they've got sort of a soft touch and a slight grain to them. Anyway, into our our master, sorry. Centerline bed, full width, oversized, lovely, lovely. And then, as is sort of fairly typical, we've got loads of storage down one side, and then over on the other side we've got a seating area. Now this seating area, again, there are options here. Standard fit on that would be kind of like a sofa, but with a chaise back on it. It could be just one long sofa. It could be storage to mirror the starboard side, or as this one is set up, a couple of seating areas, sort of a breakfast area, which I think is rather nice. Again, gives you some options, means that you can be away and slightly private from the rest of the people, if that's your choice. Again, all the lighting in here is absolutely gorgeous. All these textures and these finishes and these details, classic Sunseeker. And an enormous television. Not sure how big that is. Looks like the size of the one up in the saloon, so that would be 55 inches. And then our door into our ensuite. So this is our 4th heads. So around to the left there we've got our rainfall shower again, double size kind of cubicle, handheld shower head as well, big porcelain wash bowl, and our loo, and again some glazing, and lots of lighting in the roof. Very nice indeed. Like these, I just noticed these sort of straps. So that's got a kind of a soft feel to it. When you open the door, it almost sort of bounces off that gently, and it stops the handle on the door here from making contact with the window, with the mirror. Lovely, lovely. So there you go. Predator 65. Gorgeous, gorgeous boat. Quick boat. As I said earlier, the IPS with 1,000 horsepower, 2,000 horsepower, will push this boat along for a very exhilarating experience. We'll put a link below to all the details so that you can get in contact with the team if you want to find out a little bit more. look at the small photos, watch some videos, all that kind of good stuff. But please, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please click the alerts. That's really important. If you subscribe and click the alerts, you'll get a message from us every time we publish a new video. Please like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. But most importantly, please keep coming back. It's why we do the video. So from all of us here at the Marine Channel, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.